Okay, so in this problem, we're going to use the lone chooser method to find our fair division among the three players. It says Jasmine, Rapunzel, and Tiana buy a cake that is 1/3 chocolate, 1/3 vanilla, and 1/3 strawberry for $18. From that first sentence, you should be able to identify that we have 120 degrees of vanilla, 120 degrees of chocolate, and 120 degrees of strawberry. They decide to use the lone chooser method to divvy up the cake. In this negotiation, using the lone chooser method, Jasmine is the first divider, D1, and Rapunzel is the second divider, D2. And Tiana will be the lone chooser. Question 1 asks, suppose that Jasmine likes chocolate cake twice as much as vanilla cake, but she hates strawberry. Which of the following images demonstrates how Jasmine would cut the cake into 2 equal valued pieces? So this is just to remind us that the lone chooser method starts with a game of divider-chooser. So D1 and D2 play divider-chooser. So Jasmine will cut it into 2 equal valued pieces. Since the cake is $18, Jasmine needs to cut each piece to hold $9 in value. Well, as we said in class, we should always make a separate image for each of the players in our system. So this is for Jasmine. We want to know how much of that $18 belongs to vanilla, belongs to chocolate, and belongs to strawberry. So if we read this again, it says that she likes chocolate twice as much as vanilla, and she hates strawberry. So we only need to focus on these 2 flavors. We will let vanilla equal 1x and chocolate equal 2x, which means that 3x is equal to the whole cake, which means that 3x is equal to $18, and x is $6. Well, that means that the vanilla holds $6, and the chocolate, which is 2x, holds $12. That's our full $18. And the strawberry holds $0. So $6 goes to 120 degrees of vanilla. $12 goes to 120 degrees of chocolate. And the strawberry is worth $0. The size and the value is necessary for when we have to write our proportions and solve for different size pieces of each flavor. So now that we have this value system, let's go to the slices. This was slice A in our question 1. And if we look at this, we say, well, Jasmine valued the vanilla, the entire 120 degrees at $6. And Jasmine valued all the chocolate at $12. So we need to figure out how much is 90 degrees of chocolate worth. That means we need to write our proportion. Since 120 degrees of chocolate is $12, how much is 90 degrees of chocolate worth? And we solve our cross product. We get 120x equals 1080. Divide both sides by 120. And we get x is equal to 9. This means that 90 degrees of chocolate is worth $9. If $9 is in the 90 degrees, that means there must be $3 in the 30 degrees. And that gives us the total of $12 worth of chocolate. And we know there is $0 in the strawberry. Well, with this said, we can say that slice number 1 is equal to 6 plus $9. So slice 1 is $15. And slice number 2 is 0 plus $3. So slice 2 is worth $3. Jasmine would not make this cut. We said as the divider, they have to be equal. We were looking for $9 in each, so let's go to a different slice. If we look at slice C, I'm looking at this one because we just did the 90 degrees and the 30 degrees. I know that 90 degrees of chocolate is $9. I just did that in example A. And I know that 30 degrees of chocolate is $3. We know that vanilla holds $6 and strawberry holds 0. So using the work from the last slide, we could say that slice 1 is equal to 6 plus 3. Slice 1 is equal to $9. And slice 2 is equal to 0 plus 9. Slice 2 is equal to $9. So we would say, yes, Jasmine would make this choice. She would cut the cake this way because $9 would be in each slice. So we're just coming back here to answer this question. You can check the other two on your own. You can verify that these are not going to be choices that Jasmine makes. So continuing with slice C, we now ask the question, which of these two slices would Rapunzel pick? And as we read question 2, it says, if Rapunzel likes strawberry 3 times as much as chocolate and likes chocolate twice as much as vanilla, then which of the two pieces would Rapunzel choose? So before I answer this, I'm going to make a cake that describes just Rapunzel's values. Strawberry is equal to 3 times chocolate. Chocolate is equal to 2 times vanilla. That means that vanilla is equal to 1x. If we take that 1x and plug it in for vanilla, we get that chocolate is equal to 2x. If we take that 2x and plug it in for chocolate, we get that strawberry is equal to 3 times 2x is 6x. So the whole cake is equal to 6x plus 2x plus 1x, which is 9x. And the whole cake is $18, so we can say 9x equals $18. Solve for x, we get x is equal to 2. If x is 2, that means that vanilla is $2. Chocolate, which is twice as much as vanilla, is $4. And strawberry, which is 3 times as much as chocolate, is $12. 12 plus 4, 16 plus 2 is 18. My entire $18 is accounted for. Put it into the drawing. $2 is how much 120 degrees of vanilla is worth. $4 is how much 120 degrees of chocolate is worth. And for 120 degrees of strawberry, that's worth $12. We can now use this cake that represents Rapunzel's values and go back to the question and say, which of these slices would Rapunzel choose? We know that there's $12 in strawberry, there's $2 in vanilla, and that all of the chocolate is $4, but it's split up between the pieces. At this point, it should be obvious to us that Rapunzel is going to choose slice 2. Now that we've given Rapunzel slice 2, we ask, how will Rapunzel divide this slice up into 3 subdivisions? Remember, anytime a player is dividing, they make everything equal in value. So to do that, first we need to know exactly how much this slice is worth. Well, since it has all the strawberry, we know there's $12 there. And we knew that the chocolate, 120 degrees of chocolate, is equal to $4. How much is 90 degrees of chocolate? So we write our proportion. 120 over 4 equals 90 over x. Our cross product tells me that 120x is equal to 360. So x is 3. That means that 90 degrees of chocolate is equal to $3. That's what we can put up here into our cake, our slice 2. So $12 plus $3 means that slice 2 is worth $15 to Rapunzel. And since she has to cut this up into 3 pieces, 15 divided by 3 is $5 per subdivision. So each of these 3 subdivisions need to be worth $5. Slice 1R means the first subdivision by Rapunzel, slice 2R is the second subdivision by Rapunzel, and slice 3R is the third subdivision by Rapunzel. So the initials are built into the slice names. Well, we see that 120 degrees of chocolate is $12. Let's solve for how many degrees of strawberry. I meant to say 120 degrees of strawberry is $12. Let's solve for how many degrees of strawberry are needed to be $5. So this is my strawberry proportion. $120 degrees of strawberry is $12. I would like a $5 piece. So now my variable x is how many degrees will give me $5. When we cross multiply, we get 600 is equal to 12x. Divide both sides by 12. We have x is equal to 50 degrees. Well, how many times can I get 50 degrees out of 120? I can do that twice. So my first slice will be 50 degrees of strawberry. That's worth $5. My second slice will be 50 degrees of strawberry. That's worth $5. And now, out of 120 degrees, I've used 100. I only have 20 degrees left of strawberry, and I have to join that with the 90 degrees of chocolate. And you can do the proportions to verify, but this too should equal $5. Great, we've done Rapunzel's subdivisions. Now we have to move on and do Jasmine's subdivisions. Remember, she cut the cake and Rapunzel took slice 2, so Jasmine was left with slice 1. We also know that Jasmine cut it so that the cake was worth $9. So slice 1 is equal $9 to Jasmine. You can go back to our slide to verify that. Go back up to here it is, Jasmine's values. We see that the vanilla is worth 6, the chocolate is 12, and the strawberry was 0. And when we did the proportions, we found that the vanilla was 6 and the chocolate was 3 in slice 1. That's the piece she's left with. Let's go put those numbers in there. $6 and $3. $9 is what the slice is worth. She has to make 3 subdivisions. 1, 2, 3. Slice 1J for the first slice from Jasmine, slice 2J for the second slice from Jasmine, and slice 3J from the third slice from Jasmine. We need 3 slices because there's 3 players. So $9 divided by 3 equals $3 per subdivision. Well, the chocolate is already $3. So I'm going to say 30 degrees of chocolate, that's $3. And the vanilla is $6. If I divide that by 2, I'll get 2 $3 pieces. So I have to divide 120 degrees by 2. So 60 degrees of vanilla and 60 degrees of vanilla. We were able to solve this with relatively simple math, not having to write out a proportion. Now we come to Tiana. They describe Tiana's value system. If Tiana likes chocolate 3 times as much as strawberry and hates vanilla, then determine which piece Tiana would take from each divider. Which piece will she take from Jasmine, and which piece will she take from Rapunzel? Let's create a value system for Tiana so we can figure out which pieces she will want. So, chocolate is equal to 3 times strawberry, and she hates vanilla, which means that strawberry is 1x and chocolate is 3x. It means the whole cake is 4x. And since the whole cake is $18, we can say that x is equal to $4.50. And we can put this into our drawing. So, vanilla is 0, because she doesn't like vanilla. Strawberry is $4.50. And chocolate is 3 times strawberry. So chocolate is going to be $13.50. And again, remember that each of these sectors are 120 degrees each. We will need that when solving proportions. So we see that Tiana really likes chocolate. Let's go back and see what she can get from Rapunzel. Rapunzel has one piece with 90 degrees of chocolate and 20 degrees of strawberry. So since she likes chocolate 3 times more, I'm willing to bet that this is the piece that Rapunzel would take. You can use the proportions to solve. Remember, you have to use Tiana's value system. Tiana is the chooser, so Tiana would choose this from Rapunzel and leave Rapunzel with the other 2 slices. If we look at Jasmine's, we see that Tiana does not like vanilla. So the only piece that Tiana would take then is the chocolate, which is the one she likes the most anyway. So we see that slice 1J and slice 3R are the slices she would take. 1J is 30 degrees of chocolate, 3R is 90 degrees of chocolate, and 20 degrees of strawberry. That means all together, Tiana gets 120 degrees of chocolate and 20 degrees of strawberry. Tiana got all the chocolate. So here it says, describe the final fair division that each player receives. Describe the total amount of degrees and flavors. So we have Jasmine, Rapunzel, and Tiana. If I go back to the slides, I see that Rapunzel is left with the 2 that Tiana didn't take, so that's 100 degrees of strawberry that goes to Rapunzel. And I see there's 120 degrees of vanilla that goes to Jasmine. And as we just described on the previous slide, Tiana got all the chocolate and 20 degrees of the strawberry. So that's the total amount of degrees and flavors. This describes the fair division. Next, we want to look at the value of the fair division. Calculate the value of the fair distribution that each player receives in dollars and as a percent. This means from each player's point of view. So if we go back again to our work, we see that Jasmine cut the 3 slices, each worth $3. So 3, 6, 9. Tiana took $3 away. That's $6 left for Jasmine. Rapunzel cut the 3 slices, so they're $5 each. 5, 10, 15. This is in Rapunzel's point of view. Jasmine took 5, so that leaves $10 worth for Rapunzel. For Tiana, She got all 120 degrees of chocolate, so that's 1350 that Tiana has so far. But Tiana got 20 degrees of the strawberry. So let's do our strawberry proportion. We know that 120 degrees of strawberry is worth 450. We want to know how much is 20 degrees of strawberry worth. So that's 75 cents. So $13.50 plus 75 cents gives us $14.25 for Tiana. And that takes care of the dollars. Now we have to do as a percent. Well, the whole cake was $18. So 6 over 18 is equal to 33 1/3%. 10 over 18 is about 55.6%. And 1425 over 18 is about 79.2%. And that concludes this problem.